Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for clicking on today's video. I'm excited to talk about this. Last weekend we finally saw the return of Game of Thrones. Doesn't it feel like we've waited for this season forever? Does it not? 2 damn years. 2 damn years have made us wait for, I think, is it 6 or 7 episodes? And it just got me thinking, why has there not been a strong Game of Thrones RPG made? We've had the Telltale game, we had the dreadful action-adventure game, whatever you want to call it, back in 2011. Absolutely dreadful. You played as this dull character in the Night's Watch, and there was 2 or 3 characters from the TV show in the game, and it was just exceedingly shit. It didn't meet anyone's expectations. No one expected much because it was just launched alongside the series to milk more money. Now that it's the most successful TV show of all time, do you not think us as fans deserve a strong RPG, a strong MMORPG, or a strong adventure game? Telltale never finished their adaptation of Game of Thrones, left us all just hating that studio. After that game, I was just so depressed. That game was even more depressing than the show itself. There was no good outcome. Near enough everybody died when you completed the first season, and you just didn't want to play anymore. Do we not deserve better than that? It really just got me thinking back to the alleged Bethesda Game of Thrones leak last year, where Bethesda were apparently developing a Game of Thrones RPG. Now, whether I trust Bethesda with a Game of Thrones RPG and the license, that's a whole nother question. They've made some good games in Oblivion, Skyrim and Morrowind, and arguably Fallout 3, but Fallout 4 was just nothing on New Vegas or free. And then Fallout 76, if I was responsible for that game, I'd have buried my head in the sand a long damn time ago. A pathetic mess. And that's coming from Bethesda. Most of their games are an absolute mess on launch, which I don't know how, but they've got over 500 employees. They're one of the biggest games development studios in the world and publishers, and yet every game they launch seems to be a buggy mess, but we always accept it because it's Bethesda, it's what they do. Everyone's like laughing about it. It shouldn't be acceptable. They're one of the biggest gaming developers in the world, and yet that's acceptable. So I just can't get that through my head that they could potentially be making a Game of Thrones RPG. Hopefully that's where all the damn time's gone to, because there is an unannounced project they did say that they were working on, and it's set to release by the end of this year. If that is Game of Thrones and it's an RPG and it's got all the characters from the TV show, I will straight up jizz my pants. If it's not on the same shitty creation engine, they've pushed a new engine for it. Graphically it looks amazing, and story-wise it looks fantastic, and it's not the same clunky bullshit combat we get in every single Elder Scrolls game, then whew, Game of Thrones fans will buy that shit up. And I'm already waiting for the comments. Well, why have you got a Battle Royale game on in the background? Why are you talking about RPGs? Because there's no good RPGs at the minute. The last good RPG that launched, in my opinion, was The Witcher 3. You can argue that Metro is an RPG, but it's truly not. It's an action-adventure game. Shooter, whatever you want to call it. But there's been no good RPGs since The Witcher 3. In my opinion. I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance, pretty good game. Not on The Witcher 3's level. Nothing has been on The Witcher 3's level, and I don't think anything will be until Cyberpunk comes out. And it really hurts me to say that, but we need a Game of Thrones game, whether that's an MMO or an RPG. Just the potential that franchise would have, being the most watched TV show of all time. How has not one studio wanted to pick this up? Even if they gave us a half decent game and slammed it with microtransactions, which is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting EA or Activision to get the license to Game of Thrones and just run rampant. If it were up to me, I would give that shit to CD Projekt Red. Bethesda of 2011 would get it all day long, every day, but now I believe CD Projekt Red need to get the Game of Thrones license, need to give us a Game of Thrones RPG with all the choices that The Witcher 3 had and all the choices that Cyberpunk will have. You can join the Night's Watch. You can pick which family you're born into. How amazing would that be? You can choose to be born a lowly, let's just say a low Baratheon, not going to inherit any lands or any castle, or you could choose to be the heir, the highest in the Lannister family. Just all the different families. You could be a Stark, a Targaryen, and the world, the size of the Seven Kingdoms is absolutely ridiculous. You could start in Dawn, you could start up in the north, you could start at the wall, you could be the next in line to be the king. Then you break so many laws and you get sent to live out the rest of your days at the wall, and you're trying to claw your way back into contention for the throne. A bit like Jon's story. He went to the wall and now he turns out he's the next in line for the Iron Throne. Why is there not been a Game of Thrones game? Yeah, I know there's the shitty mobile game. I know that there's the Telltale game. I know that there was the dreadful one in 2011. Why has no one made a good RPG for this game yet? Or one less, an MMORPG. The storytelling wouldn't be as good. The graphics wouldn't be as good. But you get to choose between all the different factions. PvP, PvE. It could be the biggest MMO of all time if done correctly, which is just a massive if. What studio could pull this off? I'd like you all to let me know in the comment section below which studio you think could pull off a Game of Thrones RPG. Personally, I would hand this over all day, every day to CD Projekt Red. I would literally trust them with my life. CD Projekt Red or Techland. Polish games developers just seem to nail everything correctly. They know what it takes to tell a story. They know what it takes to have good gameplay. They know good gunplay. I mean, I know that wouldn't be a factor in this. In Game of Thrones, the magic, the swordplay, the storytelling, it's just got all the foundations already there to be a fantastic game. We just need the correct games developer and publisher alongside it to make this thing reality, which is again why I choose CD Projekt Red. They publish their own games. They're big enough to publish their own games. They've got that huge budget because all their games do so well. They've got the money to spend on making a game like this amazing. And that's all I really want to say, lads. I just want to say there should be a Game of Thrones game. Let's get like a petition going for this thing. If you agree, let me know in the damn comment section. Share this video with your friends. Hit thumbs up. And please subscribe if you haven't already, because I upload a massive variation of gaming content and I do live stream on Twitch. So if you haven't followed me over there, please follow me over there. I love you all and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
No. You know I'll be working till I get what I deserve. Whatever totems I get personally, you know I'ma earn those. This ain't even about some shit up on a checklist. This about the fact that I'm about to test this. I'm about to figure out what my best is. I can't avoid it because now your boy invested, and I ain't got a choice except to smile and accept it. Pretty reckless.